Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching the microbial world part 1. Children, you know very well, in this world large number of living organisms around or inside us are not visible with the naked eye. Such organisms which can be seen through a microscope are known as microorganisms. Okay? The organisms which can be visible only through a microscope, with the aid of microscope, are called microorganisms. Microorganisms are of varied types and affect human lives in many different ways. They can be useful in many processes, while some may cause diseases, spoil the food, etc. The branch of biology which deals with the study of microbes is termed as microbiology, and the scientists studying the microbes are known as microbiologists. Okay, children? So, these if you take the habitat of these microorganisms, the place where the organism live is termed as their habitat, while the general form of growth of organisms is termed as habit. The microbes are present everywhere. They are found in all different types of habitats like air, water, soil, in or on the plants, inside the body of animals, including humans. Some microbes even survive under the environments where no other organisms generally survive. Such inhabitable places are also occupied by microbes. Example, they can be found to be growing in the hot springs, deserts, extremely saline waters, salty waters, ice cold water, or even in below 0 degrees Celsius water also these microbes survive. The marshlands, in deep oceans, etc. The microbes also perform the function of decay of the dead organic matter and release the minerals back into the soil. This helps in restoring the fertility of the soil. Many microbes are parasites living in as endoparasites or on ectoparasites, or on the body of the living organisms like plants, animals, etc. The intestine of many animals, including human beings, are inhabited by a number of microorganisms. Some microorganisms are pathogenic. They cause disease like malaria, sleeping sickness, okay, and so many other diseases. Recently shaking corona is caused by microorganism virus. Okay. So, let us enter into the world of microorganisms, children. Are you ready? Let us proceed. Microorganisms are very tiny living things. They are very tiny living things. They are so small that you need a microscope to see them. The tiny organisms include millions of organisms which are so small that they cannot be seen with the naked eye and can only be seen under a microscope. Microorganisms are all around us, in the air, in our bodies, in the water, etc. Some microorganisms are harmful to us, but others are helpful to us. Okay. So, children, we are in the general opinion that microorganism means it may be a bacteria or virus which are very dangerous, but there are millions of microorganisms are there which makes our living possible. Without them there is no meaningful life. Okay. So, that is why these microorganisms categorized into 5 types, mainly categorized into 5 types. What are they? Bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi and algae. These are the 5 major categories of the microorganisms. Number 1, bacteria. They are prokaryotic. Prokaryotic means with primitive cell. Unicellular means single cell. Microorganisms which we cannot see with our eyes, okay, which lack the chlorophyll pigments. Some of the bacteria, some chlorophyllous bacteria are there, like blue green algae, they are called cyanobacteria. They possess the chlorophyll and they synthesize their own food, but the remaining bacteria, they are achlorophyllous. Okay. So, microorganisms have been divided into 5 different groups. Bacteria. Bacteria is a plural term, singular is bacterium. Algae. Algae is a plural term, singular is alga. Protozoa. Protozoa is a plural term, protozoan is a singular term. Fungi, Fungi is a plural term, means different types of fungus. Fungus is a singular term. Viruses, okay, it is a plural term. Virus is a singular term. Okay. So, let us study one by one in detail. The second category is the viruses. So, if you take the bacteria, they are the simplest, smallest, single celled prokaryotic organisms which are present everywhere, ubiquitous in occurrence, cosmopolitan in distribution. Okay. Only 1 gram of soil contains approximately 25 crores of bacteria. The bacteria are single celled organisms, but can be found to form a colony by clinging to each other. Okay. So, more details further we will see. Then viruses. What are viruses? Viruses are ultra microscopic. Okay. They are ultra microscopic, means even with normal microscope also we cannot see. We need electron microscope. So, that much small they are. Okay. So, that is why they are ultra microscopic. Non-cellular living particles. Non-cellular, the meaning you understood. There is no cell, it is not a living, it is a non-cellular microbe we can say. Okay. Composed solely of nucleic acid, means contain only DNA or RNA. Nucleic acid is the genetic material. Okay. Nucleic acid core surrounded by a protein envelope called capsid. The protein envelope surrounding the nuclear material DNA or RNA is called a capsid. So, viruses are considered as a link between the living and non-living. Viruses do not have cellular structure and not considered as organisms. They behave like non-living objects outside the host of the cell and behave like living inside the host cells. Outside a host cell, viruses can be crystallized and stored. They enter the host cells and hijack the host biochemical machinery for their replication. Since the viruses need living host for their survival, they are known as obligate parasites. Viruses are obligate parasites. They are parasites of host cells and the relationship is known as parasitism, where parasite benefits and host is harmed. Okay. Viruses are smaller than bacteria and vary from 15 nanometers to 275 nanometers, very small size, which are visible only under electron microscope. Okay, children. Next, protozoa. You know, protozoa, they are eukaryotic. Protozoa are eukaryotic. Proto means first, zoon means animal. They are first animals. they are unicellular microorganisms. They lack cell wall. These are unicellular and these are also ubiquitous organisms present everywhere, nearly everywhere on the earth, in water and moist soil. Their size may vary from 2 to 200 microns. Okay? Example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, plasmodium, trypanosoma are the common examples of protozoans. Okay? Next, microscopic fungi. What are fungi? They are all eukaryotic. The fungi are eukaryotic, and these fungi can be unicellular or multicellular. They are heterotrophic organisms, heterotrophic microorganisms that fail to show any cellular differentiation into true tissues like roots, stem or leaf. Unlike plants, these fungi cannot show differentiation of root, stem or leaf, and in which the vascular system is absent. Cryptogamous, they are cryptogams. Fungi are unicellular or multicellular. They are saprophytic or parasitic organisms. Okay? Mushrooms, blue green patches on rotting orange, greyish patches on stale bread, greenish patches on old and damp shoes during the rainy season are all the different types of fungi. Are fungi plants or animals? Fungi are plant-like because the fungi have cell wall made up of special material called chitin. They are often considered as plants, but they differ from plants in many ways. They lack chlorophyll, okay, they are achlorophyllous, and hence they are non-green, heterotrophic organisms. The chemical composition of the cell wall of fungi is also different from plants. Plants' cell wall is made up of cellulose, but here chitin is present. In plants the cell wall is cellulosic, while in fungi it is chitinous. Okay? Their body is also different. The hyphae of fungi can be unicellular or multicellular. Okay? The last category is the microscopic algae. Microscopic algae. These microscopic algae, if you take, they are the term like pond scum, seaweeds refer to the organisms termed as algae. They are eukaryotic, autotrophic microorganisms that fail to show any cellular differentiation, just like fungi. They are also thallophytes, thread-like organisms. Okay? There is no true tissues like root, stem or leaf, and in which the vascular system is also absent. Okay, algae are aquatic photosynthetic organisms and are often classified with the plants since they contain chlorophyll and cell walls. Okay? Algae are aquatic organisms found in fresh water, marine water or on moist soil, moist trees, barks, etc. Some algae are found in snow and hot water springs. Okay? Some of them undergo the symbiotic algae is also occur in the bodies of other living organisms like lichens. Algae can be unicellular motile, unicellular non-motile. They may be colonial motile, motile means mobile, colonial non-motile, filamentous, multicellular, etc. Thus they show wide variety in their habit. Okay, algae show wide variety in their habit. Okay, algae like chlamydomonas, they are unicellular microscopic, while forms like the seaweeds or kelps can reach the several meters in length. Unicellular forms may take several shapes. Okay, so more we will study further lesson. Okay, next discovery of microorganisms. Okay, this is very important, the important part of the lesson. Who discovered the microorganisms? There are several scientists adopted different methods. First, Anton von Leeuwenhoek. a Dutchman, the first saw the microorganisms with the help of his newly invented microscope. He discovered bacteria and protozoa. Okay? He studied different materials, biological fluids under his own microscope, and he was the first person to discover the bacteria and protozoans. Next, Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, a Frenchman, he is considered as the father of bacteriology, discovered that the microorganisms in the air make food go bad. Means rottening of the food. It is because of the bacteria present in the air. It is the discovery of Louis Pasteur. He concluded that they are the cause of fermentation and decay, and also the main causative organisms of diseases. Bacteria are the main causative organisms of diseases. That's why he gave lots of information about the bacteria. Hence, he is considered as the father of bacteriology. Who? Louis Pasteur. And he introduced different methods. Because of him, now we are using the preserved materials, preserved this fermentation process, alcohol and pasteurization technique he introduced. Okay? Pasteurized milk we can store for 2-3 days and we are using. Okay? The next, Robert Koch. He is a German, designed many techniques to handle bacteria which are used even today. He thoroughly studied the disease anthrax in the cattle and proved that it was caused by specific microorganisms. These spread the diseased form from infected animal to other healthy animals. Okay? Koch theory, Robert Koch, he introduced the theory, okay, which helps us to understand how the disease spread from an affected organism to healthy organism. Okay? Next, Joseph Lister. He is an Englishman, was a famous surgeon. He was the first to eliminate bacteria from the operating theatre by using the disinfectant carbolic acid. Okay? He is the first person. Sanitization we are saying nowadays. Okay, he started first. This greatly improved the chances of patient surviving an operation. Before him, the operation successful only, but the contamination occurred and some secondary infections took place and the patient died. Okay? But Joseph Lister, he introduced a method, okay, to disinfectant the operation theatre by using a chemical carbolic acid. Okay? Now, habitat of microorganisms. Habitat means the place or the environment where an organism live or survive naturally is called its a habitat. So, what is the habitat of microorganisms? Microorganisms are of different kinds and are found everywhere, ubiquitous, everywhere. Okay? They live in almost any kind of environment, hot deserts, polar ice caps, saline water, marsh land and inside other organisms. Okay? In every gram of soil, there are about 100 million bacteria, while the collection of dead cells on our scalp contains about 500 million bacteria. The air, cloths, skin, fingernail scrapings and gut means intestine, among other places, these microorganisms take the shelter. Okay? So, importance of microorganisms, this is very important to know how the microorganisms are useful and how they are harmful. Okay. The microorganisms are present in almost all places on the earth. Despite their microscopic size, minute size, they have tremendous importance in the maintenance of life on the earth. As I told you in the beginning, there is no life without microorganisms. Okay. Due to the difference in the activities of different microbes, they influence life in different ways. We can't even imagine the life without microorganisms. The life started with microorganisms in the process of evolution. Okay? We can't imagine the life without microorganisms. Some of them are very helpful. For example, those which fix the atmospheric nitrogen into biologically useful forms, those which help in curd formation. Our day starts with microorganisms and ends with microorganisms. Okay, do you believe, children? So, those which recycle the dead materials by degrading them into simpler substances, and those which help in the preparation of wine. Okay, you know very well, in some cultures and tradition, the dead body is buried in the soil. So, after few months, when you dig it back, do you find the dead body? No, it is decomposed by and degenerated by the soil microbes. Okay, that's why some of the microorganisms are called scavengers on the earth. They are natural scavengers. Okay. Next, some other microorganisms are very harmful in that they cause diseases in plants and animals. No doubt in it. They spoil the food or raw materials of the food kept in normal conditions, as well as they degrade even rubber, paints, textiles, metals, and even insulations on the electric wires also destroyed by these microbes. Therefore, it is essential to study these microbes in details, so that by various techniques their harmful effects can be overcome and the beneficial effects be utilized for enhancing the quality of life on the earth. Okay? That's why there is a necessity to understand, to know about these microorganisms. Okay? The discipline of science which deals with the study of microorganisms is known as microbiology. Okay? The microbiology is a vast subject. It is further divided into, for example, study of bacteria, bacteriology, study of fungi, mycology or mycetology, the study of algae, phycology, study of virus, virology, study of protozoa, protozoology. Okay? So, like that, the discipline of the microbiology which deals with that organism, it is of different. Okay? So, it has different branches as follows. Bacteriology is the study of bacteria, virology is the study of viruses, protozoology is the study of protozoa, mycology is the study of fungi, phycology or algology is the study of algae. Okay? So, let us study in detail one by one bacteria. Okay? Bacteria is very tiny small organisms. These are found almost everywhere in the air, water, and the food, as well as within the outside bodies of plants and animals. They range in size from 0.2 to 100 microns and can only be seen with the help of microscope. Okay? There are they may be very greatly small in size. Okay. Next, structure of bacteria. The structure of bacteria, if you take, they are unicellular, primitive, prokaryotic, means without nucleus. These organisms without well organized nucleus, and they lack membrane bound organelles. That is why they are called prokaryotic. It is a single cell with a cell wall and cytoplasm. There is no definite nucleus, but nuclear material is present. The substances needed for sustaining the life are observed through the cell wall, and unwanted substances are excreted through the same route. Okay. The genetic material is present in the cytoplasm without nuclear membrane. The cell wall is present in bacteria and has complex chemical structure. The cells show the presence of viscous, you can see here, the cells show the presence of viscous granular cytoplasm, which is colloidal in nature. The cytoplasm has around 85% of water. Some bacteria show the presence of mucilaginous coating outside the cell wall, which is termed as glycocalyx. Okay. And it can be in the form of loose layer. It may be in the form of a loose layer called a slime layer, or smooth and tough capsule. Glycocalyx is secreted by the bacterial cells. Generally pathogenic bacteria show the presence of capsule. Capsule may also be present. Okay, but here see there is no genetic material, no nucleus, but nucleoid is present, means either DNA or RNA is present. They possess ribosomes to synthesize the proteins. They may possess flagellum for the movement. They may possess the spilly like structures. Okay. They are living, that is why they possess the plasma membrane. Next, they are existing in different shapes, like spherical, rod shape, or spiral, or comma shape. Okay. More about we are going to study in the next class. Children, I hope you followed. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.